everybody, my name is Jonathan and welcome to Bearly Unboxed. And today we have a couple Marvel Legends figures, which is something that I do collect, but I don't do a lot of videos for them, mainly because they've gotten so expensive, and most of the figures that I have are older, even the ones in the box. So, I mean, I can always go back and unbox previous waves, which might be kind of fun. Do some like retro videos. But these two are newer. I did pick this up probably a month or two back when it first went on sale. And I had to order this directly from Hasbro Pulse. And I really needed a red Deadpool figure because I only have a gray one, and I have one where he's wearing like slippers and boxers. It's very weird. So I needed like the stereotypical red Deadpool, and I thought this was a really good one. It does come with the Hydra agent, which I think his name is Bob, if I remember right. I'm not sure if this is Bob. I think it's supposed to be. And they're like friends, and they're always talking to each other when they run into each other. The interesting thing about this set, and you'll see when I unbox it especially, is he comes with like a red and a blue lightsaber. He comes with a size, a bow, and nunchucks, and he's wearing them, but he comes with katanas, which are like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle weapons, and they're even painted to match the different characters. Like the nunchucks are orange, and the bow is purple, and the sides are red, and it's hard to tell, but I think those are blue for the katanas. So that'll be a fun figure to add to my collection. And then we're also doing a Wolverine. I don't know if anyone has seen the Deadpool 3 trailer, Deadpool Wolverine. It looks pretty good. I'm hoping it will be. I'm a little skeptical now that it's being done by Disney, but we'll see. So this is the Wolverine from X-Men 97. And it does say Marvel Studios, which is who's doing the cartoon. And it's basically not really a reboot, but a continuation of the cartoon from the 90s, which I was all about. I fell in love with the X-Men that way, especially watching it every Saturday morning. And these are all replicas of the characters from the show, but updated to look like how they look in the new cartoon. Like Storm has her mohawk, Bishop has short hair. This is the classic Magneto, and there is a second wave of these where you get Magneto in his new costume. So anyway, I have the other 5 of these, and I'll be doing a future video of those next month when the show comes out. So look for that. And we'll review those, and then I'm hoping to pick up the second wave when that's available, and I'm hoping to get them on sale, but we will see. I'm hoping that they're going to be for sale in Target, because I can often get a good deal at Target. So we're going to start with Deadpool, and then we'll do Wolverine. And I kind of want to compare the two next to each other. I want to see, he looks shorter than other action figures, so I'm hoping they kept him being short. It's one thing with Wolverine is he's usually very short. It's kind of one of the reasons he's called Wolverine. And like they've made him just too tall in the Fox movies when Hugh Jackman played him, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so this is the windowless packaging, which they're going back to the window packaging because that's obviously what this is. everyone hated this because there was way too many instances of people getting burned by returns. Someone would return the figure and inside would be something completely different than what was supposed to be in there. And so far, it hasn't happened to me. So, luckily, it won't. I do have a Spider-Man set that I opened sort of just to make sure. And it seems to be legit. So, this also is legit because I ordered this online. It would really, really suck if it happened on online orders. But I normally like to buy my Marvel Legend figures in store so I can look at the paint job to make sure I get one that looks good. But when it comes to these, you can just order it online because you can't see it to begin with. Alright, so everything is wrapped in paper because it's supposed to be recyclable. Which I did appreciate them doing that without the window. It was the whole thing could be recycled very easily. So here is Deadpool straight out of the packaging. And he's got a trigger finger. Well, that's a trigger finger. That's more of like a pointing finger. And his joints are a little stiff. So, like I've said in previous videos for many, many of my toy reviews, not just action figures, everything, dolls, action figures, warming them up with a hairdryer can actually loosen the joints, and then you can move them without the worry of them breaking. Like his ankles don't really want to move very well. Okay, there we go. Now he does have lots of articulation, like more so than I'm used to seeing. He even has toe articulation. So check that out. So he can do kind of like a walking pose. He has the calf articulation. He has the swivel on the foot, and it goes up and down. He has the thigh rotation, and he has the hip joint. And these are double jointed knees, so you can get really dynamic poses. He has the shoulder rotation on a ball joint. He has the bicep rotation and double jointed elbows as well, I believe. Yep, so he can touch his face. And he has the wrist articulation, it spins, and then this one actually goes side to side instead of up and down. And same thing over here, but this hand also looks like it goes up and down like this. And then his head is also on a ball joint. And he has the chest articulation, which is really, really cool. And he has, like, it can turn that way too. So, I mean, this is a very, very nice figure. I really like the way he looks. A nice close-up. He's got, like, the pockets, little utility pockets that were made famous by Rob Liefeld when he created this character, and pretty much all his characters have those. Alright, and he also has this back strappy thing with that he puts his swords in, which you can remove. So you can remove that if you want to, but we're going to leave it on so we can try it out. And let's get him to stand, and he'll point at you. So I think this body might be like one they've used previously for Spider-Man, possibly. I could be wrong, but it's very articulated. So And now here is our Hydra agent. He has less articulation. He does not have the toe articulation. He does have all the other same articulation on his legs. He has the same arm articulation with the double elbows. His hands also go back and forth. He has the chest crunch and the waist turn instead of the chest actually having a turn to it. So he does have less articulation, but he can move his head up really well. I don't know if I tried that with Deadpool. Does he move his head up? I think his head only goes about that much, which that's kind of disappointing. I wonder why that is. So he also has this strappy, I don't know what, a harness, and he has a belt with lots of pockets in it. And there they are next to each other. Well, maybe. There they are next to each other. Alright, now let's open up all these accessories. Which, looks like his briefcase for the Hydra agent. Alright. So these are packaged kind of weird. So here's one nunchuck. And you can see it's orange. So it's like Michelangelo's color from TMNT. And it has like this kind of like dragon head detail, I think. These are probably a reused object from a previous figure. They do that all the time with Marvel Legends. It's kind of what people like about them because they reuse the same parts over and over so you can get various figures. He comes with these two alternate fists, and those just pop right off. And then they pop right on. Then those usually come out and on really easily. So there he is with the fist. And then he also has this briefcase that has the Hydra logo on it. So that's pretty cool. And it even opens, it looks like. Oh. What did we just throw on the floor? Oh, okay. It has... There, I snapped it in. It has this piece that actually can come out on the inside. It's very highly detailed. It looks like it has a banana, a thermos that says Bob, so it is Bob that we got. I'm not sure what the like baton looking thing is. And is that a action figure? Or car keys? I think it's car keys. Yeah, those are keys. And then a scroll. So that's pretty cool. Those do not come out separately. It's all one piece, but I love how detailed that is. And then he can hold the briefcase in his hand, I think. So there he is with the briefcase. And he's got that smiling face. Alright, so there's that. Now, this looks like the other nunchuck. These bags are paper, so they rip really easily, actually, if you want to just rip them open. So here's the other nunchuck. It looks exactly the same, it's just bent a different way. And then the Donatello bow, because it has purple on the ends. So that is pretty cool. And let's get him. So he can definitely hold the bow. I like the way that actually looks posed like that. They don't want to stand up though. Alright, and then we have this pink, love it, this hot pink bazooka with a punching glove on the end, which does come out. I think you can actually use that as an alternate hand. Dropping everything today. I really want to try that as an alternate hand just to see if it works. Okay, so it doesn't snap in, but yeah, you can definitely put that on as an extra hand if you want. So that's hilarious. All right, we'll give him back his original hand in case he has something. I think he comes with a gun. Yeah, so he'll have a gun to hold. So if you take the glove off, it just looks like a pink bazooka. And it's all one piece and it's rubber. Oops, wrong end. No, there we go. We got the punching glove back on. All right, now let's see what else we got. We got 3 of these left. I think this is, yeah, these are the lightsaber looking kind of things. There's a blue one and a red one. And these are all, I think, one piece. These do not come apart. So that's what those look like. And then here are the size. And unfortunately, the one is a little bent. But those have the red handle for Raphael. So he can actually hold it. Deadpool himself comes with tons of extra accessories. So there he is holding the sai. I really like the pointing finger because it's kind of goofy. Alright, and here's some guns. It looks like lots and lots of guns. So, and here are the blue sai weapons, or not sai, katanas, sorry. So those are definitely blue. You can see that they're way more blue in person. And then these he can hold, or you can put them in the harness on his back. So that's pretty cool. I don't remember his being blue in the comics or anything, but it's been a while since I've read comic books. So I used to read comic books all the time as a kid and as a young adult, and then I kind of got away from it because it got to be too much. Went back to it for a while, and then never really read that many that I bought, so I just stopped buying them. So he came with a lot of hands. I mean, look at that. That is a crazy amount of hands. There's gripping hands. There's a pointing hand for the other side. There's a peace sign. Trigger hand for the other side. Then there's fists. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. And he comes with an extra head where he's got his mask pulled up and you can see his scars and his smile. And then here's all the guns. So there are these 2 identical handguns. And then there's this automatic one, I believe, and then this automatic one. And they show Bob holding this one, so we'll give him that one. And it does, these hands are cool because they have a separate finger that you can actually get to go into the trigger on the gun. So it's very detailed. And I didn't mention, but Bob does have the newer articulation where he has like kind of like the second joint in the shoulder here. So Deadpool, I do not believe has that, or does he? Let me see. Okay, he does. It's just a little slightly different because I think this obviously is a different body than Bob. So there's that. Now, Bob does have a hole in the harness on the back, which I'm thinking maybe you can, you can like attach the bazooka to his back, like he's carrying it around, which that's kind of cool. Now let's put on alternate head for Deadpool. As again, he drops his side. Those are so tiny, I don't want to lose those. Alright, so the head just pops right off really easily. And there he is with his cheesy smile. It's very cool. Alright, we'll put the normal head back on. Oh, his collar came off when I did that. Those parts are almost always separate. Like these little black anklets, they're not glued in place, they're just placed there. And the same thing with this pocket thing. So the figures are meant to be customizable. They're made so that people can swap parts really easily and that kind of thing, which I think is really cool. Alright, so that's a lot of accessories that they came with, all off camera. Let's bring them all into camera, just so you can get a sense for how much this pack comes with. And I cannot remember right now the price of this, so I'll pop it in right here. I'll look it up. I want to say there's a little on the pricier side because it is two figures. I think it was like $50. Maybe more because of all the accessories. You know, like you can have both of these guys have a lightsaber battle. Let's just see what that looks like. And Bob only has trigger hands, so so they're gonna have a lightsaber battle. So I thought that was kind of a neat little inclusion with this set, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle colored weapons as well. It's really cool. Let's give him his katanas real quick, and then we'll leave him that way as we get Wolverine out of his package. Gotta swap his pointy hand for a gripping hand. Let's use this one. So that one does not have the trigger finger on it. I think that will look better. I just bent the sword. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, be careful with that because I bent it and now the plastic is a little bit white where I bent it. This one's already like that, so maybe it was already like that. I don't know. So there he is with his psi weapons, which is very common for him, but he also holds the two guns, and it would have been nice if they had like a holster for the guns on these, but I mean you're already getting a lot, and you know they kind of cheap out sometimes with these, but this one in general does have quite a bit of accessories. Alright, so Wolverine, I've not opened one of these yet, and the packaging on these is not as easily opened as this, where you just like cut it and then pop it open. These, you kind of have to destroy the packaging to get to the figure, which is kind of disappointing if you like keeping the back cards of things. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. For this one, obviously, I won't be. Okay. Just tearing into it. Okay. Yeah. The packaging on these is supposed to look retro, like Toy Biz action figures look. Now, both of these figures did come with this like paper, which all this is like a warning of choking hazard and who made the figure and how to contact them, which is Hasbro. So, alright. So this Wolverine figure, unlike some of the other ones in the set, comes with extra accessories. Wrap this real quick. So, Storm in general, she doesn't come with anything. Like, you would think she would come with a lightning bolt effect for her, but she does not. Bishop does come with a gun, and Gambit comes with his bow staff and like cards. But Magneto, I think he only comes with extra hands. I think Storm might have extra hands. And then Rogue comes with extra hands, so it looks like she's taking her glove off, which is pretty cool. Alright, so this Wolverine figure definitely is small. He's definitely shorter by quite a bit. And here is his face. It's really well detailed. And he's got the signature pointy hair and the sideburns. And then his claws are rubber. And they do not retract, obviously. That's definitely not something these figures would do. He does have the butterfly joints, as I think is what these are called, in these shoulders. And then he has all the other same articulation as Deadpool, including the double jointed elbow. His hand moves this way, though, instead of side to side, which makes more sense to me, I think, especially for a character like Wolverine. Now, oh, his head just popped right off. So his head can move up and down quite a bit. And then he also has the old school crunch, ab crunch, and the waist turn instead of the chest articulation. And then his legs are all the same as the other two figures, and he does not have the toe joint. But I really like the detail on the soles of the boots. And I love the colors. They look just like the cartoon. Now let's get his head on with the cowl pulled up. Because that's how we mostly remember Wolverine, is if I can get that on. Sometimes getting the head back on is a bit of work. So there he is with the cowl on. The nose looks a little weird because I think it's a different yellow paint. But it looks pretty good. Has a nice profile. He even has, I don't know if that's supposed to be there, but it kind of looks like stubble on his chin. It might be an imperfection. I don't know. Alright, now let's try to get him posed in like a kind of a crouching, like bestial pose like he likes to do. And sometimes these figures are hard to get to stand up in certain poses. But that's a pretty good stance for him, I think. There they are next to each other. They're going to go fight with each other and fight the bad guys. Because Deadpool often is an anti-hero. Now, Wolverine also came with this accessory that goes around his neck. So it looks like the cowl is pulled back when he is wearing this, I think. So we'll try that on. And then he also came with 2 extra fist hands without the claws. So that's pretty cool. So you only want 1 claw or no claws. Let's try putting this cowl around his neck. Alright, so that original head pops on really easily. So there's what that looks like. So it kind of looks like he's pulled it back. I will say the front looks a little weird. But that's still a pretty cool accessory, having something like that. So there you have it. Deadpool and Wolverine and Bob. So let's try out these. At least one hand without the claw. I think this one goes here. And I want to see. I think these also move. Yeah, these also move up and down, which makes more sense for a fist. And there you have that. So this is not a bad figure. I do have another Wolverine figure in my Marvel Legends collection in the brown suit, and it's honestly my favorite one they've made, and it's an older one. It's been out for quite a few years. And that's like the one I usually have on display. I tend to only have one of each character on display at a time, and I'll swap them out for new ones that I get. And so he's definitely going to replace my Deadpool that I have. Now this one, I'm actually going to display all the animated characters in their own display together. I think that would be really cool. So this figure I did pick up online, I think. I know Target had them. They probably don't anymore. I haven't seen them in Target. But you can probably still find these online. I will look for a link for that. And I do believe these run around $20 to $25, something like that. I think depending where you get them. I think Walmart, I saw these at Walmart not that long ago. Probably a month ago or so. They didn't have everybody, but they had certain characters still available. So you might check Walmart in your area. Definitely not Target, at least around here. So let me know what you think of these. Do you have these? Are you looking forward to the Wolverine and Deadpool movie? I swapped that. Deadpool and Wolverine movie. And if you are, let me know down in the comments. I love hearing from you. And thank you guys for watching. And I really appreciate all your comments and your likes. Give it a thumbs up if you do like the video, and consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed, and hit that bell for notifications, and you'll get notified every time I put videos up, which is pretty much every week. So, love you guys. Bye.